So hello everybody. This is a live severe weather briefing. Why did it pause? Why did that stop? Hold on. Let me put the webcam back on. It should be working now. All right, now it's working. Okay, so welcome to this severe weather briefing, shall I say? This is for the severe weather outbreak that's happening in the southern Ohio Valley and parts of the Tennessee Valley. If you follow my TikTok, you know I posted TikToks about this. But this is going to be an in-depth live stream of what could we expect with these storms that they move through Friday evening and possibly in overnight hours going to Saturday morning. So we're going to be more on the timing as the day goes on and as the day produces tomorrow. So the weather models are still depicting on the time. The weather models still haven't really shown what time we can expect these storms, but this could be a nocturnal tornado event where we can see most of these tornadoes at night. So as you see, we do have an enhanced risk. Whoop, didn't want to do that. So hold on, let me turn my. So you see here, we do have an enhanced risk for severe storms for parts of most of western Kentucky. Just clipping a little bit of southern Indiana and even southeastern Illinois and far eastern Missouri, and even northwestern, even even extreme northwestern Alabama. You can see some of these severe storms, and we do have the enhanced risk going down through Arkansas, extreme eastern eastern Arkansas. And then we do have that widespread slight risk going through parts of Arkansas, Missouri, even parts of central Kentucky, and even most of extending through to central Indiana, and still about southern Illinois here, going all the way down to even extreme northern Indiana, not Indiana, Louisiana, and far eastern Texas. And also, not only do we have a widespread slight risk, we do have a widespread marginal risk here that it extends to Lear Lake Superior, Lake Michigan area, extending all the way down to the Gulf Coast, going down through the Ohio and Tennessee Valley, even parts of Dixie Alley. That includes eastern Texas, most of Louisiana, basically most of Arkansas, or not Arkansas, Mississippi, and it's still most of Arkansas, Missouri, just mainly a southeastern threat for Missouri. You can see some strong to severe storms. And even most of Kentucky, because this is the real confusing part. If you're in this general thunder risk, if you're in extreme eastern Kentucky, you can find some extreme, not extreme, but you can see some, excuse me. You'll still see some strong storms, but they're not really calling for any really organized strong to severe storms. All the storm system is showing signs of weakening by the time it reaches your area if you're near the Rocky Mountains or the Appalachian Mountains, and if you're not the eastern Kentucky area. So of course, spotter information, spotter activation is requested for mainly for the enhanced risk here. This is where we expecting the worst of the weather. And here's something that's surprising to a lot of people. It's like, oh, an enhanced risk day is going to be, the hail is going to be in a very high risk. The hail is only a 5% risk. And they're not really expecting much hail within the supercells that could be spawning with the front of this cold front that be pushed through the, right now it's pushing through the extreme northwestern United States and pushing down to the southeast, pushing eastward. Okay, it just had an update, my bad. That was just an update on the SBC website here. My bad. So again, we do have a 5% risk of hail, which extends basically from Texas all the way up to southern Ohio Valley. Now we have a 30% chance of damaging winds, and now this is what the main threat is going to be: is damaging winds of tornadoes. But we're majorly watching this tornado threat, as it is pretty high for this time of year for the area that it is highlighted, which we'll get into that when we get to that part. But we do have the 30% chance of damaging winds, basically the same area that has the enhanced risk that includes Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, extreme northwest western Alabama, extreme northern Mississippi, and extreme southeastern Indiana and southwestern Indiana. My bad, and southeastern Illinois and extreme eastern Mississippi. So we're expecting some really strong to severe storms. Basically, within these areas here, is where we have the biggest threat. But we can't roll out a stray supercell or stray severe storm that would come through eastern Texas and these brown shadings. We're majorly watching the yellow and red area, mainly the red areas where we have the highest probability for these strong to severe storms to pop up into the overnight hours, Friday evening to the overnight hours, into the early Saturday morning. Here's our tornado risk, and this is big. This is big. Like a lot of people was like, oh, it's 10%. That's not hardly anything. You don't understand how to read these maps. As you look down here to the bottom left, it says, no, not bottom left. Here, let me scroll down. Yeah, bottom here. It says probability of a tornado within 25 miles of giving it a point. So that's not saying 10% chance of having a tornado. That's 10% of chance of people to see a tornado. So that doesn't mean like we're saying, oh, there's 10% chance of tornadoes. We know there's gonna be a tornado. This is gonna be possibly a big, huge tornado outbreak, and I won't be surprised if we see a moderate risk pop in here for Tennessee and Kentucky, because this is where we have the highest probability, highest instability. Tornado parameters is off the charts for these areas of the United States and more of east, north, central United States. So we do have a 10% hatched area, which a hatch mean, if you don't know what these black lines mean here in some of the 10% radius, that means probably of a stronger of an EF2 or higher of tornadoes. So that's basically saying if we do have a tornado, we have a chance of seeing a long-lived, strong tornado that can go across so many freaking miles. So this is what we got to really watch out for as the storm system actually is going to start forming overnight hours tonight, and we're going to keep an eye on it. We do have a 10%, if you want to keep an eye on these areas right here, these are the major locations, and here's the population that will be affected by this. 6 million people is going to be affected by this 10% radius of 10% chance of tornadoes. So as we look here, excuse me. Major impacts include Memphis, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, Evansville, Indiana, Clarksville, Tennessee, Jackson, Tennessee, and so on. Locations do include more rural areas. Also say Russellville, Kentucky, Bowling Green, Kentucky, Morgantown, Kentucky, Brownsville, Kentucky, Clarksville, Tennessee, and extending all the way down to Memphis, Tennessee, and keep on going down to the south. In the 5% radius here, we're not really looking for too many tornadoes, but chance you can have a quick spin-out tornado. But our main focus is going to be in the area with a 10% hatch area. So I will be going live from these storms. Will be going up, and we'll be firing. We'll be keeping live coverage here on the YouTube channel. And we do have a severe weather threat on day 3. We have a marginal risk for quite a big chunk of the eastern United States. It's just a marginal risk. We still don't know about the tornado risk or nothing along that line. Put on the counties here. I'll put on counties here, and we can really see, if you know the shape of your county, you can really zoom in here. Pause this live stream or video. It might be a video by the time y'all watch this. Pause, zoom in, and you can pinpoint if your county is involved in the enhanced or any severe. If you're in any of these shades of severe weather, marginal, slight, or enhanced, if you're in any shades of the severe weather where you have a severe weather threat, just because we're not keeping too big of a focus, we're focusing on more of where the enhanced risk is. That doesn't mean that we want to have any stray tornadoes. Wait, frick, I might as well add, if you're in a general thunder risk, don't think you're just out of the clear of the severe weather. If you're in the general thunder risk, you can still have a stray supercell, but tornadoes ain't likely. Maybe small hail or maybe it's gusty winds at the most. But we're not really looking for tornadoes and a general thunderstorm risk. We're not really keeping an eye. If you're in any shade here, just keep an eye on the weather. A general thunderstorm can happen. They could really go hazardous and really go into a severe storm at any time that we've seen before. So this is today's outlook. We do have a general thunder risk, but this is today's outlook. So let's go ahead and go on to the weather models here, so we can see what to expect when this comes by. Alright, so I just see above my head this is the SBC, which I do have to switch that back over to the screen here. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go over to the models here, and we're going to be looking at, we're going to start off looking at the Ohio Valley on the GFS model. Just noting, guys, we do not know we do have a good idea of when to expect these storms, and I don't know why my video keeps doing this. So I'm just going to activate it and deactivate it. There we go. So, as you see here, we do have, this is for tonight. We do have some possible, whoops, did not want to do that. I just wanted to move my stuff here. Why isn't it doing this? Excuse me, guys. Alright, we're back. So as you go through the night, I can't even speak now. I'm gonna move my monitor and stuff here. So, as we go through the nighttime hours, overnight tonight, you can expect, if you're in Western Kentucky, in the Paducah or even the Murray area, you could expect some stray showers tonight. Just nothing really expected tonight. And these stray showers will continue popping up, giving us a little bit of moisture, and you could wake up to a little bit of wet roads in the morning. So that'd be something you have to look out for. And then it will just kind of, and here's our severe weather threat right here, our severe weather. What's going to happen, which we can't really see the convection here on the models here, but you see we do have some stray storms. It does clear out for a while, and it just gives these storms the energy they need to fire up to be really big time storms. So let's go ahead and look at the NAM 3-kilometer model. And as you see here, we do have this just simulated simulated radar. This simulates what we could see on radar when this event is occurring. So again, this is the stray showers moving through the areas, and we even have some stray storms going into the Carolinas, which we'll look at that in just a moment. But as these storms are these are just little stray showers, but any of these could go into a storm and be nothing more than a general thunderstorm. But here's our big system here, causing some great snow up to the northern United States, shall I say. So again, this is what we really have to look out for, is the threat of these discrete cells that do tend to form up front of the main line. The main line is right here. And again, like you can see, these discrete cells right in front of the main storm is what we're really going to look out for. And let's go ahead and look at the 1 kilometer reflectivity here. Just really see what we really can see the power inside the storms. The other reflectivity isn't really showing much at all. So again, here we go. You're going to get some stray showers. Causing a little bit of disturbance is there's a little bit of Gulf moisture coming up from the Gulf Coast, going up to the Ohio Valley, causing a little bit of rain, but nothing to worry about, as it is just some stray showers. Now here's our big system here that's going to cause a big severe weather outbreak. That we do have this, as you see my marker above my head, for some reason it's glitched out, but you can see right there, that's where we have the enhanced risk. Look at the page above my head here. This is what I'm pointing at, where we have the enhanced risk. So we're going this is what causes a big issue. So as we see, the storm does. We do have some spotty supercells going through Illinois, and we got